Hi, and welcome to another video on Seated. My name is Anna, and it's more like I'm in just such a interesting space where I don't know. I feel like really talking about trying to stay positive or stay motivated during times of uncertainty. And I have a video on here that is called Feeling Stuck, and it's, along the same lines as that. I've just been feeling so almost like clouded in my path, which has brought up a lot of anxiety for me and a lot of feelings of, not being safe. And this all kind of, comes back to the inner child. And I don't know if anybody watching this is familiar with that, but basically, a lot of people do inner child work, and they really address the traumas they had as a child to overcome certain obstacles or to reprogram their subconscious. And I'm all about reprogramming subconscious on Seated. That's like really important, and I think it's a really important part of my consulting. But regardless, I kind of do inner child work as like kind of just as it comes up, and I don't really force it. And I've noticed lately that because a lot of the trauma that I had in my childhood of moving around and not feeling safe, not feeling grounded, is really coming into play now in my life. And I just feel very like my emotions, my gut, I just don't feel very balanced. I don't feel like very positive. And it sucks because right now there's stuff going on in my life that I want to feel really excited and good about. Like, I want to feel excited. I want to feel ambitious. I want to just like go out there and just feet on the ground running. But for whatever reason, that's just not how I'm feeling. And as much as I'm trying to like lift myself out of it, I realize that like during these moments, you really just like have to honor it. And sometimes you just have to move through it. And the only way through it and the only way to kind of like overcome those feelings is to prove to yourself, or prove in that situation or in this situation that I'm going through now, that everything's going to be okay. And sometimes the proof of everything being okay is the outcome, if that makes sense. So there's nothing that you can really do except just sit with these feelings, remind yourself, okay, it's going to be okay. It's safe to feel good, and it's safe to feel bad. It's just safe to feel however I'm feeling right now, and have a knowing that I will, like, months ago, I will come out of it. I will feel good again. And it's just it's just a low moment in my emotions, and that's okay. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. And I just want like everybody out there who's going through those same kinds of feelings, and just know that everything is going to be okay. Like, no matter what, you're going to eventually one day look back and see, okay, like this didn't last forever. This did not last forever. I mean, I sometimes during this time try to really look back on tough situations I went through when I was younger, and or just like traumas that I went through, and think about how when I was in the thick of that trauma and when I wasn't feeling good, there was times where I thought that maybe it would last forever. Like maybe this will last forever, and I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna feel good again, or, you know, am I ever going to just feel good? And I know for a fact that afterwards there are times where I feel great, and I wasn't constantly thinking about negative things, and I wasn't constantly thinking about worst case scenario. And sometimes the best thing to do is not take action. Just relax and send the feelings, and like meditate and feel where that feeling is coming from, because that energy is just information. And just allow yourself to just breathe and just be okay with not knowing and not having everything perfectly sorted out. All right, so I also wanted to do some updates. I am planning a bunch of videos, and it's going to be a part of a series, probably like an 8-part series, and it's all about the chakra system, but it will not be presented so much as information about the chakras, but the titles of my video will be more about, you know, how imbalances or blockages in the chakras affect our everyday life. And I plan on doing, for instance, like my first one will be all about heartbreak, and it will be focused on the heart chakra, and just, you know, real down to earth like advice and real down to earth things that we can incorporate into our day-to-day life to really balance out the chakras, to take care of them, and that will give you an overall sense of well-being and balance in your life. Because I think they're not given enough attention to in like mainstream anything, especially mainstream like mental health. And I really want to start incorporating that into my YouTube channel. So one, people will get educated on the chakras, but then also you're gonna learn some like real life advice about heartbreak, self-sabotage, feelings of self-doubt or insecurities, and kind of be able to pinpoint, you know, how these chakras may influence those feelings and how those feelings influence your chakras. Let's see what else. Yeah, please check out my website for services and message, comments, like, subscribe, whatever. Do all the things. So this is gonna be a short video. Thank you for watching. Bye.